What is up, guys? Campo back here. A little bit later than I thought when I was going to make this video, but I've had a very busy weekend. Now I'm in the bus, driving up, got my coffee here, ready to go to work. Anyways, to the point. The Acolyte, what went wrong? This is kind of like a comparison video. I'm going to use House of the Dragon Season 2 as a benchmark for what I'm talking about here. The Acolyte, very divisive. Had a very high budget. Disney pumped it about 150 million, I believe. Probably gave it a short deadline to actually get done. And I think that's the start of the problem. You compare it to House of the Dragon Season 2, that got, I think, at least a couple of years longer to create than the Acolyte, which that alone is very hard to make a show, especially the visual effects. And you can tell if you're watching both shows, House of the Dragon with a similar budget looks absolutely incredible. You can get lost into that, into that world. It actually looks like a vast, massive world. When you're watching the Acolyte, it looks like there's only a couple of times we're actually seeing, oh, that looks like a pretty cool world. Every other time looks like a stage, like from a theater. And you're thinking, how does this show have the same budget? What else is straight out the bat? Sorry, raw thoughts, I'm driving at the same time. The next thing I would like to say is they both come from sources, from like the books. House of the Dragon comes from the book, The Dance of the Dragons, I think it's called. And what I've heard and what I've seen from other people's opinions who have read the books, I haven't. They said it's very close to the book. The only difference is that instead of coming from a future Mason's point of view, which is what the book is written in that point of view, it's his, is what the events have happened, conspired through his eyes. The Acolyte, there's no straight book to come off. There's obviously the Plagueis book that everyone keeps talking about, but they completely go in a different direction from where that book is. They might steer back, but they've changed a lot of facts already that were up in the Wikipedia, wherever it is, which is like the official site. They've changed a lot of facts about certain people's birthdays, like Kiamundi's, even Plagueis's, because they've changed a few bits of that. They've created a whole new story in it, and that's okay. You can do that, but this is where the problem comes in, is that if you're going to change the story, people have grown up reading the Plagueis books and all these other books that are now legends but are slowly coming into the fold that Disney are doing with it. If you're going to bring something in, you've got to respect the sources. And unfortunately, well, Leslie, whatever her name is, the director, she seems like she has a basic understanding of the books and wanted to do a completely different thing. If you're gonna do a new story, you're gonna have to bring in those Legends books and not keep it in the same linear timeline, but if you're gonna do a separate story, do it around that timeline, I reckon. So if the Acolyte, for example, if it's before the Plagueis' original time, then maybe do it about Darth Tenebrous, I think was Plagueis' master. Or the Acolyte could be completely separate from the Sith. It could be someone discovering the Sith. Or it could be the Knights of Ren. Like, you can actually just go off a separate tangent, but you can see how the House of the Dragon respects the source material by keeping the same story, but through the perspective of the characters that are involved in the events. So this is why, that's another huge comparison, I reckon, is that respect the source material that it comes from. And unfortunately, Leslie did not respect the source material. That's why people are getting so upset with it. What else is there? I think people are talking about the wokeness in the Acolyte, how they had to inject the women as the power, and then look, that's fine. but at least make the characters make the characters interesting. That's another good comparison, actually, thinking about it now, is that the Rhaenyra and Alicent in House of the Dragon, they do face the problems that women had to face back then. It shows you that the masculine men at the time had all the power, and this is them maneuvering their power, maneuvering the moves, moving the chess pieces to get themselves higher up and getting past those, getting past the misogynistic barriers at the time. Whilst in the Acolyte, you're just throwing two random twins that you say are created by the Force, don't get shown any of that, you're just told it, and they're just there, and they just, for me, they've just got zero personality. You're not shown their troubles and tribulations, they're just there, like, you know what I mean, nothing really comes up. May changes her personality left, right, and center. One minute she's good, one minute she's bad. Osha flip-flops towards the end, like, she's been good the whole time, and out of nowhere she's bad. And you're not shown bad, you're just told why she's bad. And probably given one, probably when she kills Sol is the only time you get shown when she's bad, and it doesn't feel earned. Nothing feels earned in that show. But yeah, those are the three main things I wanted to go off, the comparisons, and a few things that might have gone wrong in the Acolyte, that I think, and as of course Disney's milking the shit out of Star Wars, so if they can just take more time, make more time, like the deadline's longer in the show, then you might get a better creative team. Actually go to people who know the source material inside and out, because then you can create great characters and you can make a different story, but that respects the source material. But those are the main things. Thank you as always, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.